Hello and welcome to Supermarket Together. I'm going to be starting a new series on YouTube. Um, I will be starting the supermarket. So I've started a few of these supermarkets in this game already, so I know the basics of what I'm doing already. So I'm on Good Center, if I can stop scrolling right over it. I have a cash register. Actually, I had this here last time. I didn't like it because I couldn't see the store from there. It was very hard to see the rest of the store, and I didn't like not being able to see what we're out of and not being near the management area. I think being up closer to the front would be a better idea, and we can take this into an exit only, so that like you stand here, you get checked out, and you're standing in front of the door, and you just walk right out. And then we'll have these all be. Oops, can't change it from the outside. Let's just have these open entrances. We don't want people coming. We don't want people going out this way because that's not near the cash register. I'm gonna move. I like to move my price guns to near my register, or at least near products that get placed out. And then I like to move the tablets into this room. Let's get some storage shelves. So I actually really like these unlabeled ones. I started using them quite a bit. So I like to get this one right here, so the employees will prioritize this shelf first. The unlabeled shelf. They will put whatever will fit on that shelf, and then if I notice certain things are constantly on back stock in the back and stuff, I'll put it on this shelf so that it has a permanent spot. And then when it has a permanent spot, your employees will find the permanent spot over these unlabeled spots, which I think is very helpful for my organization. And then we want to be able to see the shelves from our register, at least somewhat, you know. And then I like to snap furniture because you can just boom, blam. Those are snapped right together. And then let's. Oh well, I need to purchase a product bundle. Gotta purchase our product bundle, and then we gotta purchase our products, and then buy them, and they'll appear outside. So we're not gonna have that much organization yet, but that's okay. I'll try to keep it somewhat organized, so when we eventually get more products, we will not have to worry about like where do they go? Because I have an idea where some things go, but for now, things will go where they go, and it might not make like perfect sense yet because we're just a small corner store, you know. We gotta build up our might, our strength, and I considered starting this video on a store I already started, but I know a lot of people like to see the slow growth of these videos, so I'm gonna try that out. So we're starting brand new, and so that's okay. I'll be pricing things so I can check people out easier. I don't like to price at the 99-cent level when I'm cashiering, but when I get employees, I'll do that. The cents really, they count, I think. But they're a pain in the butt to do. They're a big old pain. Maybe I should just keep it the same the whole time. I like to put water down here. The bottom of the pastas. So, eventually, I'll probably put salt here, and then eventually when we get the, what is it, the Basics Bundle 3 or 2, we'll get more pasta, we'll get that spaghetti, put that where I'll put the salt for now. And then eventually when we get that fiber cereal, they'll go below the regular cereals. That's what I like to do. But I think one of the first things I will do is just go straight for some of the like. I like going this way on this tree to get the dairy products and then the sodas. I like the sodas a lot. I think they sell really well. The preserves are really good, I think. And then the preserves 2 is not that good. The dog food, cat food, and cat food. I think one of them's supposed to be cat litter. It looks like cat litter to me, but I think one of them's supposed to be cat litter. Oh, I didn't price anything. Silly. Let's do my quick pricing. $5. I just double it. Just double it. Not $33. And then that's way overpriced. Oops, that's way overpriced. 0.9. You can use the... I'm just using the numpad with my numlock on. That should do... Oh, $2.99. That's going to be brutal to do. Let's just make that $2.90. Too expensive? Yeah, the water bottle's way too expensive. Just make it 1.5 for now. Looks like everything's at least priced. 2.9, and we'll keep that at 5. Most people buy stuff at double price. Not everybody, because of course everybody's different. Getting cheap products. Lucky. And price things like a silly guy. That's okay. We won't lose money, but we won't gain money, you know? Oh, gotta pick up the product. Ooh, yeah, he saw, ooh, this is cheap. Let's buy a bunch of it. But then I priced it up. See, in this game, you can't even steal people's money by pricing it up when they get to the cash register. You know. Maybe? Just price it up while it's in their hands. They're like, what? This wasn't that much on the shelf. And they go look on the shelf, and it's that much on the shelf. And they're like, what? That would be the worst. Imagine that happening. It's not hard to imagine. That's the sad part. Hello, sir. You find everything you need. His lips are very dark. Goodbye, sir. Find everything? Not a lot of people yet, but that's okay. We'll get there. We cannot buy more products. At this point, since we have so few products, I would definitely buy products mid-shift. But most of the time, I would avoid it. I would want a double fridge for getting that, cheese products. 15, 4, 20. There you go. Maybe I should do some, like, 5s, so I can still use my quarters and dimes, you know? Just don't like using the pennies. Seems like nobody does, but, like... I need to click that 7 times. I could have just done the 50. But why? Make it difficult for myself. That's way too much. Hello, ma'am. You find everything you need. There we go. And then we got another customer. Hello. But yeah, we're gonna be beelining it for a cashier because I can get a little slow sometimes, especially when, like, as the days progress, your cashiers can become so good at checking people out that it's like, why would you ever do it yourself? But then the problem becomes, then you don't have anything to do and you're just staring at the shelves the whole day. You know? So maybe I'd keep doing the cashier for a while and we save some money off not having employees for a bit. Maybe. 14, 10. Oh, I did not give you 14. I gave 13. For some reason, they appear over there, so I, like, expect the groceries over here. But, like, that's never the case. Hello, sir. 1580. I highly recommend playing this game with a number if you have one. It's so much nicer. You have to click these numbers. Here, I'll try to do it. It's a little... It's not my favorite. You know? It's not my favorite. So, 9, 7... It's not the worst, but it's not my favorite. 320, and then there's times like that where I, like, reach for my numpad. to do cash. And we're like, I need 2 dimes. That's not how that works. Hello, man. Ooh, we're almost out of cereals. Can you wait for like 2 seconds, man? Cereal. And then I'll grab that other box and bring it to my cash register. If you're on keyboard, controllers would have to use Steam input, but if you're on keyboard, it's F to drop stuff. You don't have to do everything to the... Oops, that was... I'm like looking at their how much they're giving me, and I'm like, that's how much I really paid for them. No. Sorry about that. I will not always put stuff back where it always belongs, and then I'll lose it. And I'm like, where did I put that, like, price scanner? I'm my own worst enemy sometimes. I'll just lose things in this game. Not terribly. Misclick. Okay. 10:30, huh? We can put more water bottles up. We're low on salt, but you always feel like you're low on salt because of how little space it takes up. Takes up so little space. How are we doing? We have a franchise point. Let's get that. And then we go to the dairy products. Let's order a whole shipment. I think that one trip will store all 6 items. That's just 5. You gotta price it while you're at it. Right? Nope, that'd be more like... That's closer. Wait, what? That's not what I put. 3.4. Okay. Yeah, there's no milk brick right now. Give me a second. Gotta check some people out. Just as I buy a new thing. Of course, of course. Okay, now that's all we need for now. We'll fill it we'll fill that through right after. Milk above the cereal. I've seen these in stores, so it's not like, oops, that's not the right amount. I've seen shelf-stable milk, and I like to buy it sometimes because it's easier to store, really, you know? If you can keep it on your shelf until you open it, it's, like, amazing. You don't really have to worry about, like, it going bad in 3 weeks. And then, like, you can buy a couple extra so you don't have to go to the store instantly. I know, we don't have everything in yet. Get your yogurt. Everybody buys so much yogurt when you get it. And we put that at $6.50. Find everything you need. $39. 20. More yogurt. And then let's price that up to $5 even. That'll be good. A little cheaper, make people think they're getting a deal, you know? When I'm really getting a deal. Let's put this guy away. I'm chaotically getting this store run. Let's go. No, sir. Oh, other side, of course. Oh, I found the yogurt. Somebody found the yogurt. Okay, there's one guy at the line, but we've got more cheese. Cheese to stock. And the store looks like a mess because why not? Why not? Hello, ma'am. You find everything you need? You got the milk brick? That's pretty cool. 2 milk bricks. See, you buy 2, and then you open your first one, and you get home, and then you don't open the next one until you're really done with that first one. See? Uh-oh. I forgot to buy some lights. So let's buy just a couple. There we go. Yeah, no Gruyere cheese, it's out on the road. You don't have to fully stock the cheese just yet. But we need it on the floor. The sales floor. 2 things for you. 60 cents. I'll give it in pennies. Nah, that's terrible. And then 15. Oh, wow. Very round number of change you got there, sir. And then 15.80. There you go. Guys dressed really fancy. Really fancily dressed here. 26.50. You say? Got your flannel on? Is that a flannel or is it just like your just a plaid shirt? Oh, no more milk pack. If you go to these blue dumpsters, and there's 2 of them, there's one right here, and there's one over there, you get $1.50 back. But you probably already knew that. And then I have tried to, on accident, sell a product box with products in it. You cannot recycle a product box with products in it. I didn't try to do it on purpose, but I thought I was out of products and I had 1 left. Wouldn't let me toss it, which, that's fine by me. Hello, sir. 8.80. There you go. Another set. 19.30. There you go. You can click to do it faster, but sometimes I'll end up going like while I'm doing that, so I try not to click as much. This game has a lot of clicking though. You gotta click each product. Ooh, and like eventually when we get shoplifters, you have to click each time to hit them and knock their items out of their hands. Let's put this away. Tidy up. See, I'd have an employee do this part while I tend the cashier, or the cash register, so I don't have to deal with stocking as the day goes. That'd be nice. Okay, just enough space for me to slip through and give you your money. And take your money and steal it from your cold, alive hands. Why are they so cold? Don't like it. In certain situations, I will give people more change than they're due. I think you do get penalized for that. But in 10 situations, and I have like those cents, 13.70, I will overchange people just so I can round it. Which I think is the right way to do it. If you're gonna get rid of pennies, you round upward. Or you round the change up. You round the price down, you know? I'm getting real upset recently because like I keep ordering stuff that have cents on them, and I'm like, just take the cents off. I almost don't want to order it because you're gonna charge me 5 cents, and then you're gonna charge me the whole rest of that whole 10 cents. You know, they don't round it up and down to the 5. They round it up and down to the 10. We're getting rid of the pennies, not the nickel. You know, kitty. Meow. Okay. Anyways, we're done with the day, and looks like we barely have enough product for the rest of the day. We're gonna get some in the morning of, but I like to look at the damage I did to my balance. We gotta save. Alright. Day 2. Do we have any franchise points? We do not, so let's just pay our debts. And then let's get some basic products. Let's get some back stock. Ooh, let's sort by lowest total stock. Got pasta penne. Let's get some sugar. Some cereal, salt, and just everything. Just a little everything. We need a little everything. And then we're gonna put this stuff on the fridges and all that, and we'll start the day. So I always have yogurt. I always have yogurt. I'm gonna put it right here. Because everybody loves their yogurt. The fridges don't have a lot of space for it, so I keep some in stock. That's what this shelf's for. And then stuff like water bottles, if I had employees, they'd go on this shelf. Because the water bottles, they take up so little space on the shelf that you'll just put them all out immediately. And as well as the salt as well. So I'm not going to have a box by the end of this, but we're going to start the day. So I like that unlabeled rack for those sorts of things. It doesn't have to be organized. It's going out on the shelf anyway. And the milk bread too. Maybe eventually we'll have some on back stock, but not for a good long while. And I often find that I will not have money for those storage racks to have it completely organized until much later. It's really hard to get organized until you have enough money to have a few spare shelves. I might have like one left rice. This is another one of those things that would always end up on that unlabeled shelf. Because most of it just hits the shelf. Maybe a little stays on the rack, in the box. But most of it. Now the pasta, this pasta penne, a little different story. I might give it a spot, but for now, just put it on the rack. And then I think I'm just going to open the store while I finish this last sugar. Oh, honey, honey. We don't sell honey, actually. We sell sugar, though. Also, it's interesting that it comes in a small bag with like a little spout. I've seen that before. I've had sugar like that before, but like, you always see the sugar, or at least I always see the sugar in like a paper bag that's like spilling halfway over everywhere anyways. Like the flour. Like exactly like this, how this, we don't have flour yet. I was gonna say, exactly like this flour looks. We don't have it yet. That would put a stop to that. Also, another great method of helping your employees when you get them, self-checkout. You don't need the perk out, or at least we didn't. We didn't need the perk, but I'm sure it'll make it better. Because what is it? There's a perk. Yeah, generate more checkout money. There's something like that. Sometimes I will forget about my invoices, I see that auto pay invoices thing. I'm like, that's so far away. I don't remember all the time. So sometimes I'll just forget to pay my employee's salary until the next day, and they're like, hey, I'm not getting paid. Luckily, I don't let it go over the due date, but there's been a few times where it's close, you know? A few times. Hello, sir. Nice suit and tie you've got there. Some sugar, milk, and even register what that other thing was. Yogurt, milk, cheese, sugar, ice. 29.40. Ooh, whoa. Purple guy, what? I mean, what? $1.90. At least he looks normal looking, you know? His skin's not purple yet, you know? You know what I'm talking about? You know what I'm talking about? You know what I'm talking about. Don't you know what I'm talking about? I think you know what I'm talking about. Some of you know what I'm talking about. Maybe. When you wear an Urple shirt. 24.70. The 50 cent was right there, but 2 quarters is always my go-to. You never see those 50 cents, I swear. Like, I only got those, like, 50-cent coins from, like, vending machines. I'm always curious why vending machines always have them, but, like, no cash register would ever have those, like, 50-cent coins, or even those dollar coins. People would be like, where do you get those? Like a vending machine. Wild. Because sometimes they can go for, like, more than $1 because some collectors will want them. Because dollar coins are hard to come across. If you come across one, you should keep it. And, like, if you want to use a vending machine, sometimes use cash or coins, and you might get some pretty good stuff back. Because I've been scammed on, well, I don't know if scammed is the word, but, like, I've had vending machines steal some of my money, or double charge my card, or put insane pending charges on my card. Like, it'll be double what I put on the vending machine, and then, like, hello, sir, put double on the vending machine. Sometimes it'll refund, but I prefer cash just because you can't overcharge me on cash. What are you gonna do, take more of my cash? I guess just not give me a refund on change, but at least then there's a specific amount I'll lose. I can't lose, like, all my money in my bank account. $0.60. $12.40. Oh, that's not. Oops, I put the 10 back. Oh, why did I think 40? Oh, because 40 was on this one, so it could make 60 on this one. Of course, that's how it makes sense. And then 27.50. You guys set? Do we running out of anything? Not yet. That's good. Thank goodness. It doesn't look like anybody's complaining. I'll check the statistics board tomorrow. I'm trying to use my numpad to give change. Dollar. Oops. Two 50-cent coins. Here you go. Maybe you can make a profit off of that. You know? Who knows? Who knows? Hello, sir. It's a good thing I have exactly what everybody needs and nothing else. You know? It's a good thing nobody needs any flour or eggs or butter, and they all need just yogurt and cheese. They're all making like fettuccine alfredo from scratch with the Parmesan cheese, some milk, no butter. You don't need butter. Who needs butter? And then we got water and salt. Water and salt. 40 cents, huh? Hello, ma'am. That's a fancy shirt. It's got like some leaf going on. Ooh, you're dressed up, coming out from work to get your groceries, your sugar. Have a good day, sir. Still doing good on stock. That's good. I almost always seem to run out. We're not going to get more today. We're not going to get another thing and be screaming around the place trying to run cashier and stock and price all at the same time. Nah, let's just cashier right now. We've got enough to sell first. Hello, ma'am. Credit card. Credit card. This is a nice little... I don't totally like how it's like kind of blocking the door, but I kind of do, because then it's like if you try to walk in this way, it's like you're almost walking into the people checking out, and it's like you really don't want to walk into that. So you like avoid that door. That door's closed. These doors are open. You know? See, psychology kind of makes sense a little bit. And then like it's also good because if you have, and at least in the real world, if you have a register near the doors, people are less likely to shoplift if you can see them visibly doing it. And then I used to work at a store as a cashier, and I know it was an important part to greet everybody. It was like an important part of my job. 60. Of course, getting everyone's orders right, which isn't hard, but sometimes you're human and you just mistype something. You know? It doesn't happen very often, though. $22.20. $27.80. That was a wacky amount of change, but sometimes that's what you get. This wacky amount of change. Both I've been there, and I've been on the receiving side of a wacky amount of change. I love those round numbers. 16. Hello, sir. You find everything you need? It looks like we are still on with almost everything. I can't tell yogurt. We're still good with yogurt. See, getting those cheeses, you get so many cheeses. It's an expensive buy. Like, when you're stocking it, it's really expensive. That's too much. But you get so many cheese, you don't have to stock an extra box, and like, you're fine for a couple shifts. At least, especially when you're starting out. When you get more people and you get more customers, it can get a little busy. Let's see. We have 2 points. We could get... Oh, we're gonna get an employee. We're gonna get an employee. You are now one of my elite employees. So I've been brainstorming employee names. I think I'll give them a basic name. But maybe if you guys comment some name ideas for an employee, I'll name a few of them if they're appropriate. Because Because that's gotta be. It's gotta be. I'm not gonna name someone something bad. At least if I'm aware of it. But I think for now I'll give him like a temporary name. Oh my goodness, we got triplets in this line. I was like, we got 2 people at the same time. That's not crazy, but like, triplets, huh? Imagine if all they bought is the same stuff. Doesn't look like it. 27, 10. Hello, sir. Oh gosh, we're running out of stuff. It's okay, we're almost done. And then 29, 80. And then we've got more yogurt. Oh, we don't need more yogurt. We need more pasta penne. Okay. Yep, just toss that in the middle of the store. That's not what I meant to do. That's what it'll go for now. Oops. 50 cents. Hello, ma'am. Oh, you missed your triplets. Just make them 28, 70. Hello, sir. 10, 9. Oop, not. Whoa. Way too much. Missed that decimal. Also, I find it interesting that this game uses commas instead of periods. I watched somebody else play this game to find it and see if I'd be interested until I found it was free, and I was like, I'm way more interested if it's free. But I was watching somebody else play it. You may have watched it if you know what I'm talking about. They said it might be European. Interesting. I don't know. If you're European, let me know. Because I'm American, of course. I know the foot. However, the problem is I just looked at it and I was like, wait a minute. This cash looks American. They don't look like euros, because euros are, if I'm remembering correctly from the one time I've been to Europe, they're like colorful and like different shapes. Or not shapes, but sizes. Yeah, these look like American bills. Yeah, those look like American bills. 25, 20. So it's like, if it's American dollar bills, it could just be free assets, you know. American dollar bill free asset would be easier to come by than like all the different sizes of euro. And like as a programmer point of view, it's way easier to do a bunch of the same size. Especially if all your bills look the same, you can use the same assets over and over. Like the one they put down and the one I gave back are probably the exact same asset. Which is fine. You know, reuse stuff. Why not? It uses less space on your computer, uses less processing power. What I find really funny, I can take 5 cents away from my 25 cent I gave her, and it just goes away. I guess you could think of it as like I'm taking away the 25, putting in 2 dimes, and then all that. But I like to think of it as I'm giving an IOU penny of negative 5 cents. Ooh, we're out. Of negative 5 cents, and then I'm gonna give her a quarter. So it's 20 cents. Just handing out rupees over here. If you play Zelda. Gonna get a rupee for me. 5 cents less rich. There we go. And then, one of my super favorite. So since we're using these products points, I want an employee. So we're gonna get an employee. I know I was like, let's not have an employee, but we're gonna have an employee. Let's see. This one looks the best so far. Ooh, this guy. See, I want these 3 right now. Security would be nice. I don't know these 3 very well. I don't know what they do. I see like in the buying area what those mean a little bit, but like not fully. See, what if I buy or like what if I hire an employee for like storage and restocking? You know? Gosh, I've got no rerolls. Sometimes you'll get rerolls up here. These are not very good candidates. This one's okay. This guy. Good cashier experience, good storage. Poor restock, though. Restock is one of the ones I really need. I think restock is going to be my most wanted, so I'm going to end the day. We're going to get a new set of workers in day 3, and we're going to look through them and see if we want any of them.